An da skipper hakken we al een hele gaster, achterlijke schon puingen. Een jaar schon vroeger als de rundstouw, is je skipelen, een kamer er al zoals in de vlieg. Hallo fisgwagen, wagens foutje of geurt, balkosje peo, shochis, BBC Alloa, Alloa kunt foutje, skippen heklische vliegke, als gaan heel kusje in pullen gereed door Alloa, is de lik Barry Smith schach te riech, naar stress het jachtkijk.
You know, it was a bit of a shock, yeah. He just announced it after the game. I think he got feeling just the result obviously never went our way.
We certainly hadn't lost the changing room or anything like that. We were always playing, always putting our all in. I think that was never an issue that any boys had kind of stopped trying or anything. I don't think that was a problem.
The focus is on, doing the short term, trying to get, as far up the league as we can, and I believe we can do that, and the boys believe that as well.
Hier biach gainers zege Barry Smith agus cemur a recrus a skippe. Is je gainers Twitter leis a hashtag BBC Alloa. Want hier van geen beker winnen in de asho be fachgeleden. Daar manager Sean, who set through. Barry, preparation couldn't have been ideal given Barry Smith's resignation. How's it been in the build-up?
Yeah, obviously it's been a difficult week we've had. As you say, Barry leaving after the game last week. But the boys are positive. We just need to make sure that we try and bounce back today and hopefully get a result.
Does a result today strengthen your case for the job?
Well, that's something we just now take each game as it comes. Obviously, I've spoke to the chairman and I'm going to be taking charge for the time being, and we'll just see how it goes for there. I'm just focusing on the game today. The players will be the same. They'll be focusing on it. We've got a big week, 3 games, so we just got to make sure that we go about it the right way, which I'm sure the boys will.
Well, atá sich hier Channel Blues leis sin an úl neisgur in Echaris, Derek McGay.
Tá plats galop fesker fjónar geríru bria ach gitara karan fuar sjo om de meina halappe nog skilling hof van hier is bla er zijn holten je gaan bla zeg maar en je skelde snach gedaan ach versin sule draaste te hacher nu as een championship kun bith kaul die hibs aan de FIFA hartstikke geferst in hier aan uit in richting Queen of the South, the Clay game fast gan they wreath over Segas Rangers as Livingston, see it game Stuart McCall, Coyunan, like Ibrox, I guess Shomar I should the facal. A league at Hoshach in the game as your hearts as hips has like bar Hushin, Yuckles Vrich, Care Pine Greenish in Yiri at Queen of the South, Rangers picking at Hoshach, Orison, with Rovers picking his actual fall of has. Nak shall the Gavon, Alloa, Elfink at Yiri at Coyden Beath, and he had Hushin you, he got shot or refuse. Get a little Elfink in that of Hull, you have to. Maar ik wil een krachtige game. Je had zijn Giles. De kachskipping is jou een oogjes. De balligachjes in echt zat het was mooi. 60 miljoen plastic is het als een tunnel in de vlazen hebben we nu. Heb naar door. Kreeg me duidelijk is Jim McDonald de hoogkleed mag als gezamenlijk. Als je het hoort. Als je het dan is moet in de vaart. Maar ik zou skipping, ik Paddy Conley, een achterhoog van de skipping met jullie goed Barry Smith mag. Zit Mark Doherty, in de schach in mij in de park is een naadje Roberts raken de winkie van de show gluitje erin. De jukkelse briefje. Collins Pagannens leen de druurwis ze schrik de doel stoppen. Een achterhoog, ze skipping Peter Houston Kutja van Rory Lawyer de gorstig van de game hier. John Beard is tegen Aartsen. Hoe is ik een heilige zin? Skip ik maar jou nog liegen van het geloof zijn goede kutjok. Jason Maar, ik geloof dat Ben Gordon de gehool van hij Benedictus gorstige ze gask van een pikken jachtingen. Kan maar glorie helen. Hij is krutjes van als een jezus aan de hele gehool. Nou, en nu is John Beard 3 tuil van Haneke en Nicholas Vrich. Dus zijn we kluchtig in de 7e strijker deze. I guess Eshin on the song the East. The Ragala Machas is skipping in Hackens a high. Shach nach Puringa Kluche. The Peter Houston and now here skipping against Paddy Conley. The one at it in the games in Oak. I guess Eshin is going the skipping. Coyu or son. Trishak. Kiershin Yamach. Stoch. Alston. Dat je gewoon eens een weekjes weg zit, de fakkel ruim, ik vast groen. Oh, apperusse touw. Luke Leahy, le gas glí, who is van de goal, agus o holle tinje de looking, go teufel de vuurkes is Pella van de vrouw, ik is as nog. Schachet de holle tinje, Leahy het de schachet, agus brak, gro, toch is me, chance er hallo, kreeg McDowell. Cael er is een schachet de holle tinje, man Pella na komen. Kan ik nog eens vastig Luke Leahy. Kan ik jou een kring se bud, staat een tjach. Ik was in de Lee. Ze vaak lehuide. Kun je show. Le Alloa Athletic Johnny. Ik is Nicholas Vreegke houden.
Wel, zijn tegen het leesbusje dat je kan karsen horen glisje daarnele. Wel, hij zegt kan je nog ook bij mag gewoon je rier geshow maar manager Alloa. Ga je niet maken zien. De lees manager Paddy Connolly. Ik goed je geskipt Ben Gordon. Barry Smith shacket the rear, Gagas who show you a release manager Paddy Connolly.
Obviously disappointing for the guys as well, because you know they still feel that there's a lot of positives to come from our season. Obviously we've got a cup final to look forward to, and we've got a lot of league games coming up, very important league games coming up. And in terms of that, the timing, Barry just felt the results just weren't the only thing that we're missing. The team are still fighting hard for them. But that's the way football is these days. The results were sort of put us back down to 9th, but we're still in there fighting. As I say, there's a long way to go for our guys this season.
The boys liked him. He kind of came in last year. We survived in the league last year, and we've kind of picked up from there at points. I mean, obviously we're in the kind of the lower bit of the bottom of the league at the moment, but still got a good chance to stay up, and we're looking to do that. So the fact he's left at this point, obviously a bit of a surprise, but just obviously the club has to move on and kind of look to get the points to stay in the league.
The targets for this season are probably more than what they were from the start of the season. The start of the season it was basically just to try and keep our championship status, but we've got the chance to do that, and also we've got the Petrofac Cup final to look forward to, and we've obviously got a great chance with that. Livingston will feel the same way, but so it can be, the expectations can be even higher than what probably they were at the start of the season.
Got games coming up. The next kind of run of games we've got are the games you want as a player. Got midweek games coming up. Got the final coming up. Something to look forward to, and that's what it's all about. That's why we play football, really. The boys will be focused on their own jobs when it comes to a Saturday, about working hard, doing the right things. I mean, that's what they'll be doing on this Saturday. It's up to the club what they do about the manager situation.
Well, I've spoke to the chairman, and we've not went any further than Saturday. He's asked me to take charge from Saturday. I've not got a problem with that. I've got people I'll speak to, and I'll speak to Barry also as well in terms of the team for Saturday, and maybe try and put my own input. As I say, the only thing that's missing is the results, or maybe a couple of goals. So looking forward to it. I'm sure the boys will. We'll just make sure that they stay positive and try and get a result.
Colin Nashville, Harry, Alloa, Michael and Randy. Mike, thanks for joining us at half-time here on BBC Alpa. The story's been about Barry Smith in the build-up to today's match. Did it come as a shock to you when he handed in his resignation letter?
Well, I think any chairman will know if their manager feels under pressure, and obviously I was aware Barry was feeling that. It certainly wasn't put on him by the club, but he put a lot of pressure on himself. So, well, it was a surprise that it happened that night. I wouldn't say it was a shock.
Was there any attempt to keep him?
Yeah, I had a chat to Barry, but once a manager makes it known that he wants to leave, then it's important to respect that and allow him to go.
Just how much interest, Mike, has there been in this position, and what kind of calibre have been applying for the job?
Well, once again, I think I was quoted as saying there's been an avalanche, and there has been. I think we're now over 60 applicants for the job from all over the world, Australia, Iceland, Spain, England. So yeah, there's been a lot of interest, but interest one thing, it's important we get the right man.
Any names, or is there any shortlist yet?
Yeah, I always abide by the rule of never making a name public, because some of these guys are in jobs and I think that would be unfair. But there's some big names I've applied, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a big name we appoint. We'll appoint the right man, or we'll appoint no one and we'll leave Paddy in charge. We'll wait and see what happens.
What kind of manager are you looking for?
The right one. No, the guy that wins us the cup and keeps us up. I don't know. We'll know him when we see him. Obviously, we're a club here who are known for giving youth a chance, but that doesn't mean to say an experienced manager wouldn't be given the same consideration. There's a lot of good men out there, guys who could take Alloa forward, and it's important that we find the right one to do that.
It's also a very attractive position given the calibre of teams in the Championship, but also the Challenge Cup final, which will be live on BBC Alpha.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real opportunity for someone, either an established manager to put his name back in the forefront of Scottish football, or a young and up-and-coming manager to take a real opportunity to challenge the Rangers, the Hearts, the Hibs, play in this league and play in the cup final. It's fantastic.
Was there any truth in the Russell Latterby story at all?
I never comment on names who've been considered for the post. You know, what I would say is there's some great candidates and all of them will be given real consideration.
Is there any pressure on you as chairman to pick the right man?
Always, always. If I get the right man, everyone thinks it was their doing, and if I get the wrong man, it's my fault. So yeah, of course there's pressure on you, and you hope that you're going to get that right. But only the reality of what happens on the park after you make a selection will show that, and you never know. You know, some great managers have failed at big clubs, or some unknown managers have done fantastically well. No one had heard of Arsene Wenger before he was appointed, so we'll see what happens. There's always pressure, but we've got to try and get the right man.
Mike, thanks for your time and good luck with the appointment when it comes.
No trouble. Good evening.
Thanks very much. Mike Mulroney and the